everybody, I'm back. Sorry it's been a while. I was on vacation. Well, I was on vacation a week ago, but I've just been extremely busy. Like, I finally opened commissions back up, so that's taken up a good amount of my time. And then the Owl House has been getting really, really good, so yeah, my brain has been ping-ponging all over the place. I'm doing so many weird things right now. It's crazy. And I know I promised that I would be gender bending Stella, and I still am. She is coming. Don't worry. But I figured I would take this opportunity to show how to make HAZBIN Hotel Instagram photos, if that makes any sense. Because I don't know if any of you remember back when the HAZBIN Hotel characters had Instagram accounts. When that first came out, I was super excited. I loved the idea of like characters having Instagram accounts. And it was so much fun to get to see like the characters do random things. Though I was kind of disappointed that Alistair didn't have one, but you know, precious baby boy doesn't use phones. So when they first came out, I was obviously super into the idea, and then I started seeing a lot of people also doing Instagram accounts for their characters, and I kept thinking, if I'm going to do this, I'm going to try to mimic it as best as I can, the way that the artists have drawn the Instagram photos, because I'm like, these are really nice, and they look almost realistic enough to be considered Instagram photos. And so, yeah, Haffy has her own Instagram account, and I'll put the link here. It's been a while since I've updated the account and everything, and you'll notice that I don't have her account connected to mine because I was trying to keep as much distance from creator and then, OC character. I didn't want to interact in like a weird roleplay kind of way. I wanted her to be as authentic as possible, like this was her real Instagram account and I had nothing to do with it. But and then I'm going to show a few like examples of some of the photos that I've done, because there are two of them that there are two photos, one where it's from a mirror's perspective and then the other one where it's just like a hand, she's holding the phone and stuff. Because if you're going to do your character taking a picture in front of the mirror, you have to add like the little shiny white lines, like if your mirror had it. And I mostly got that effect from Blitzos because he takes a lot of photos in the bathroom. So yeah. And then for the ones where they're like holding the camera and, posed towards their face, you'll notice that there's like a little bit of a blur in the corner areas, so keep that in mind as well. But anyway, let's get started. Fair warning too, when I first started recording, I didn't realize that I didn't hit record, so a good chunk of me lining everything wasn't recorded. And it wasn't until my roommate walked by and was like, you're not recording, right? And I go, why didn't you tell me? I'm already way ahead. So, yeah. So that's why it's like funky in the beginning. Sorry. And then, for those of you who are wondering who the two characters are that are with Haffy, the one in the middle is Pyro DJ's Sona. Has been Sona. And it's weird to say because I know that they'll probably watch this, but I have this weird need to be their friend. Like, I don't know why. They're so funny, and when I first got introduced to Paranoid DJ, I was technically looking for voices for the gender bents, and I don't know, I YouTube was like, hey, this is something that I think you might like. Do you want to watch it? And I'm like, yeah, fine. I mean, it's very rare do you ever hear like a voice dub where the person actually sounds like the original character. And I was like, yeah, fine, let's go with this one. I've never heard this person before. Let's do it. So I was listening to it and I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my god. This person sounds exactly like Alistair. And the I'll put it in the link, but the song I think was "We'll Meet Again," and it was Alistair's voice, and I was like, this is Alistair singing. This what? And at first I thought it was Alistair's original singing voice actor, and I was like, is this who I think it is? But the more I dug into their channel, I was like, this is not them, but oh my goodness, this is amazing. 100% accurate. It's crazy how accurate all the voices are, and they're all different, which is I find amazing, to be honest, because I can't do any of that. I can only do I think a Valley Girl voice, and my family hates it. And my Wisconsin voice that me and my friend used to scream at each other because it was just fun to scream Sarah Palin in the most Wisconsin accent you could at the time. It's still funny, but my roommate does not find it funny. But yeah, finding that song and finding Paranoid DJ just was a weird moment, but I'm really happy that YouTube finally recommended something that I actually enjoy for once, because most of the time I get weird stuff. But this was a good gold star moment for YouTube because this was great. I enjoyed all of it. I enjoy everything that Paranoid DJ has done, and I'm super tempted to commission them, but it's weird to ask for a voice that isn't in their arsenal, and I don't know how to ask the question. But one day I'll get brave enough to be like, hey, I have some money. Can you voice this character for me, please? If it's too much, that's fine. I'm sorry. Uh, but yeah, and then this is also the same person that the Valentino animatic got started with, and also the person that did I'm gonna call it a remix version of the Insane song. So I'm also doing the animatic for that as well because it sounds more like Alistair. No offense to Alistair's voice actor. He sings really, really well, but I would have preferred if it was sung in Alistair's voice and not the hip hop R&B style, which is, it's fine. It's just, it doesn't feel authentic to me because I'm a very canon person. Nothing makes me happier than canon things, I guess. It's weird. Ignore that. That's my roommate. But anyway, on to the other person who is sucking down that Slurpee. It's weird. Okay. That is me. I know you guys have seen the original Imp Sona that I made back when I did questionnaires. So, I thought I recorded making the new version, but I guess I didn't, and I was too whacked out to even notice. But yes, this is my new Imp Sona design. She, me, is based off of the Envy Ring, because I know for a fact we're probably not going to be seeing the Envy Ring anytime soon. And I know that the next episodes are probably going to be the last before we move on to season 2, which is fine. I'm excited, honestly. The Lust Ring looks so cool. I love the colors. But I just knew we weren't going to see the Envy Ring anytime soon, and I really wanted an aquatic themed imp because I'm a Pisces, so a lot of my characters are very water type, and having my regular imp Sona character be more basic, I didn't like it as much, and people kept coming after me she looks like Serpentious and Moxie mixed together. Thanks, don't tell me that. I didn't want to hear that. But yeah, so I created my own version of what imps would look like from the Envy Ring. I'm also planning on doing imps from each ring's design. I'm gonna make what I think they will look like. Obviously, it's not canon, but it's just my idea of what I think they would look like. And I'll probably also do native demons of those rings. Each imp looks somewhat identical to the creature that lives in the lust. I'm gonna have to use the lust ring because it's the only ring. Because there's succubus, and then there are imp type succubus. So it's you have native, and then you have an imp version of the native monster, of the native demon. So I'm gonna try and do something like that. Hopefully you guys get excited for that. Um, Another fun, disappointing update, I guess. I will not be doing the Addict Animatic. I'm sorry. It's become too big of a project for me to handle, but I am doing like 20 of my favorite shots from the music video, fully edited, colored, and all of that. So you will get something, you just won't get what I thought I was going to be able to do. So I hope that's okay. And this became a full ramble. I was going to show you guys how to make Instagram photos, but it's honestly easy peasy. I say that like it was easy in the beginning, but it is slightly easier. The ending of the video that we're about to get to, you'll see that I move over to Photoshop, and this is mostly for lighting and to make sure that the characters look like they belong in the photo. And so what I'm mostly doing is adding the lighting that is in the picture, which is the yellows. You'll notice it in the background photo that there's a lot more yellow being used as a light source. And then adding the sky color over the characters to let it so they look more like they're living, just to make it look more like they belong in the photo is the whole point of just adding all these colors and adding all this extra detail. And that's kind of how my editing, like how I've been doing the gender bent editings, it's similar to that as well. You'll notice it in the tutorial I made back in the day. But anyway, sorry this was such a ramble. I'm 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 excited to get back into making videos. I'm hoping to make a video every Friday or so. It just honestly depends on my schedule, cuz right now I've just been super super busy this week, and I finally found the time to make the video for today. So, hopefully you all can be patient with me, and we can get back into doing all the fun stuff I promised. Probably shouldn't have promised, but oh well. Anyway, I hope everybody has a great day, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye!